Well, welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash, and no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming, or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. The action has already started.
There's a player below Peter that I admire on a professional and personal level, the one and only Raúl.
He's just out on his own for consistency.
Indeed, and a terrific leader. Talent has to be backed up by hard work and tenacity, and he leads by example, hence the respect he commands.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Lautaro and Martinez! That's Bebeto. Cafu. Raúl. Oh, that's well spotted. That's a good ball out wide. Back into the middle. Adams. Raúl. Ronaldinho puts his foot on the gas. Good read, needed to be. Yamal. Now it's Raúl. Now it's Martinez. That has been slung wide. Costa Curta promptly onto that, and that is that. Manchester United finding their passes. Roll! They'll be quick to recover this. Guardiola. It's a really well measured ball. Raúl. Bebeto. Somewhat off target. Just ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh no, that was never going to make it. That was good alertness. He's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And it's Guardiola. Here's a chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Manchester United with the corner. They're first. And that has been cleared. Cafu. Nice sequence of passes this. And here's Lautaro. Big chance! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Applies the finish! Oh, would you believe it? They willed it, and it happened! Beautiful, just beautiful, the joy of the moment.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
And with that, the end. Did anyone see this coming? Really?
Well, this was for me a case in point.
And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Messi to Gendouzi, and it's Camavinga. Messi, Pirlo wins the duel this time. That's a shade optimistic. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Brazil clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And this is Del Piero. Tries a shot! Would you believe it? The most decisive of all goals! The movement so precise, the finish so... Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. As you can see, we've already started here. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So, how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
He's had a shot! Oh, bang on target. Now it's Puskas. Hazard. Oh, good ball! Haaland showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And this is Messi. Messi! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stops.
Messi really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
And it's Rashford. Kupchu. Will play for Rashford. Rashford going face to face with his great rival. Has ended up in no man's land. Puskas! And Puskas! Oh, it rattles the bar! That's a half-decent try.
Oh, that look of disbelief.
Haaland. That's good running with the ball. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Messi. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Kupchu. Played out to the right. Nicely spread. And it's played forward. Mateus can see things others simply cannot. He's picked his way through. The ball has bounced loose now.
Arsenal have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Pirlo. Now it's Messi. And that could send him on his way. And a chance! Oh, would you believe it? The most decisive of all goals! One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And if we did just miss it, we are up and running already. What an impressive figure Oliver Kahn cuts.
Yeah, they call him the Titan, Peter, and the reasons are fairly obvious. As personalities go, we're talking big.
As close as you get to goalkeeping perfection. McTominay. Seedorf. Out towards the flank. Hit into the middle. And he's had a hit! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Cafu. Great vision. Messi. And the pass is intercepted. Ended up shot goal! And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
That's just literally playing into his hands.
He's going to be disappointed with that.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Good take, and is he in? That was somewhat off target. Shifted it to the flank. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a forward. McTominay! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. That has not gone well. Nicely shaped ball. Beckenbauer makes the interception. He's going for goal! Kahn breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Referee's given a throw. Well, nothing to report in terms of goals, but it's not for the want of trying.
Well, it's certainly not a drama affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Can he get on the end of this? Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Looking for the run. Bebeto gets into a good position.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution now and get others into the match.
Oh, that's fabulous. Rijkaard. Serginho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Marseille looking great chance! Cafu lays it forward. Conte.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That pass has been well intercepted. Half an hour played now. Rijkaard. Marseille finding their passes. Pirlo defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Knocks it out wide. And it's McTominay. McTominay! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Marseille really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Cafu. Here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Bebeto. Great defending, strong and determined. Messi. And he cuts out the supply. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. This might spell danger. Costa Corta did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Cafu. Nicely spread. Passing nice and neat. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now it's Messi.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Great ball if he can get there. Climbs up big! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Bebeto really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Brazil with the corner, there first. A real chance and a real let-off. Pinches it off him. Now, can they get him away? And that'll be the final action of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reached the halfway point.
Brazil really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Distributed tidily. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Brazil clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. It's a pretty loose pass. Looking for options, for movement. Bebeto. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's having a go! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Good read, needed to be. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now it's Del Piero. He's a sharp little ball here. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Now it's Bebeto, closing in on goal. Tries to play it through. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly... There's the shot! He scores! The breakthrough arrives at last! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And Bebeto! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 21. Camisa 10.
Cafu gets across to intercept that.
Camisa 7. Camisa 11.
Played out to the right. Now it's Messi.
A entrada de
The most accurate pass.
Camisa 18.
Nicely aimed pass.
Camisa 20.
That is a little undercooked.
Camisa 24.
Neymar receives it in the wide position. Owen. Well, that pass isn't the best. Oh, he's put a shade too much on that. He opts to go forward. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Zanetti cuts it out. He's tried one!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Zanetti. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Zanetti puts a mighty effort, and it's come back out to him. And he hits the net. Do not write them off. Back they come. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Marseille grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Showing good feet. And it's Xabi Alonso. Pushed the chance for a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That's a decent clearance. Zanetti. Out for a throw. Oh, good take in a good area. Well, that looks a decent ball.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. good play on the left-hand side here.
3 minutos de acréscimo.
Rijkaard. Played back in. Shapes the shoots! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
That's a good ball out wide. Well, it's ended up in no man's land. Somewhat off target. And we're done. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here. So here is the master craftsman, the arch schemer, the distributor-in-chief, Andrea Pirlo.
I imagine he's already thinking of ways to pull all the strings from that deep line position of his.
He's great, isn't he? The vision he has, the way he can see and measure everything in front of him.
Yeah, it's just fair to say that he's always that one step ahead of his opponents.
Brazil with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Might come loose. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Oh, this looks sharp. Pirlo knocks it into space. Can he get on the end of this? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And it's Forlan. Edmilson. Milan finding their passes. These are sharp in the ball here. Aims beyond the defence. Decent chance! Costa Curta with the clearance. Decent enough try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
That's Bebeto. Now, can they get him away? He has a look up. Over to the left. Now it's Hazard. Hangs one in. Costa Curta attempts a clearance. Brazil are looking to go forward now. Quarter of an hour played. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Well played, well sorted out. Adams. So we're still where we started right now. And here's Forlan. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, well measured. Now that's been intercepted. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Del Piero, he has found a way through. That defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Messi. Raul. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Milan have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. It's hit the upright. Now this could be a chance. And a shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Milan really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Milan have their third corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's intervened well there. Lovely bit of skill. He's found a way through. Played out to the right. Has a look and plays it forward. This looks promising. Chance! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Messi is standing over this one. Messi! They want to be quick to recover this. Hazard tries to clear. Corner number 2 then. That's the throw.
Yeah, very good job he positioned himself there.
Hello. Edmils.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Played out wide. He's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Nice control. And this is Forlan. It's Forlan! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And here's the chance to counter.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Tries to dink it through. Corner. Milan get their 4th corner. Brazil are looking to go forward now. Now it's Messi. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
And he's there to get it away. Hello, picked up brilliantly. And this is Forlan. Forlan! Oh, it's come loose. And he passes it long. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Well, it's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And the game has already resumed here.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get...
And Bebeto! Now it's Forlan. Probing pass. Oh, well played.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He's cut it out. Messi. That looks a cracking ball. Chance for a shot! Off the post! And he's only too happy to take that back. Hazard conjures time and space where few can. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Real chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. They're up to 5 corners now. Taken goal. A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
And yes, it's him again. Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And it's Forlan. Nice looking ball. And they're quick to get it back. Tries to play it through. Great chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And the lead is extended still further.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed...
And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. Well, football is of course ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters.
E Paris Saint-Germain.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We have already started here.
The presence of Franco Baresi in this lineup suggests to me, Peter, that they'll be playing quite a high line.
What makes you think that?
Well, because he's got all the qualities required to excel in such a system. Because of his reading of the game, his vision, his technique, everything you need to spring a successful offside trap.
And Bebeto! Fantastic from Bebeto!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Bebeto demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Paris Saint-Germain are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Cross into the box. It's a lovely neat pass. And that's been intercepted. Goes for a shot! He scored! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Paris Saint-Germain grab the equaliser, and we're... Go Pirlo! Loose ball now, there's a... Oh, what has happened here?
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And that has left him in a heap. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Best. And it's Lam. Chance to deliver.
Well, they were never going to allow him to receive that. Such close attention.
Substituição em andamento.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Cafu, Messi, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the counter is on. Tries to play it through. Del Piero. Oh, good take in a good area. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, it's Del Piero. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. Bebeto unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's a throw. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, that's well spotted. And he's hit it wrong. Now he's off and running. He's found a way through. Iniesta! And he's managed to get rid. And it's Messi. Nicely weighted. And the shot! Full offside that time. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's clever. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Best. That's an imaginative pass. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And the pass is intercepted. And here's Ibrahimovic. It's run loose here. Bebeto, given the lift of his goal. Well, they've got it again. Nicely aimed pass. The most accurate pass. Schmeichel clears, and they're quick to get it back. Messi.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Can he get on the end of this? It's Ibrahimovic! And again the keeper stands strong.
Teremos uma substituição.
Paris Saint-Germain with the corner, there first. And he's there to clear it. Skillfully cut out, he is so fast!
6 minutos de acréscimo.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Bebeto. It's a throw in. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Ibrahimovic chasing after it. And we hit half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. The midway point of the game.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. Paris Saint-Germain kick off the second half. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
And this is Ibrahim. Decent chance! Marvellous goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Paris Saint-Germain take the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Caceres, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Iniesta. Thuram. Played out to the right. He's cut it out. He's away. Can he finish? It's a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Best's cross. Neuer deals with that nice and simple.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Paris Saint-Germain appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Brazil do have a chance to counter here. And it's Iniesta. Here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Yaya Toure. And he shoots! He's had a shot!
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Cannavaro. Up towards the front line. Messi. Aims beyond the defence. Cafu cuts out the pass. Oh, it's Bebeto. And here's Messi. Caceres is there to clear. Best. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Davids. And Yaya Toure. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, good spread. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. And here's Ibrahimovic. He's a sharp little ball here. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Schmeichel getting this one clear. And he's intervened well there. Can he get it through? Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, can he get onto this? Conte. Oh, nicely intercepted. Davids. And it's Thuram. Del Piero. Pass is just off target. That's really well cleared. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Davids. And that pass just didn't quite work. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Thuram. Orezi. 1 minute to add according to the board. Best. Can he finish? Oh, split-second reaction.
Best is offering a right smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. Oh, smashing header! And with that, the final whistle. Brazil can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable...
And the shots! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Lyon with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Marquinhos. Doué. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That pass just didn't quite work. Right card. Doué. And it's right card. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Right card. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Brazil, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Conte, nicely weighted ball. Lyon upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it. and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that is as far as they're going to go. PK. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Rijkaard. Pirlo did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Oh, that is asking for trouble. De Bruyne. Doué has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Marquinhos. Oh, it's Bebeto. That pass isn't the best. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Doué. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he was quick to react. De Bruyne. Rijkaard. Oh, good looking ball. Looking for the run. That's been slipped through. And this is Del Piero. There's the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Del Piero clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Lyon are looking to go forward now. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Just 5 minutes left until the break. And here's Cruyff. He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Lyon really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Corner number 2 then. Pirlo with the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, super ball! And a chance! Marvellous goal!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
That was a given, it always was.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look,
and that'll be the last act of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Brazil have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And we are back underway.
Brazil really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter.
Cruyff! Now it's Cruyff. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. This ended up in no man's land. Del Piero unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Cafu looking to play him in. De Bruyne. And Toure. Brazil are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Can he get it through? That's Bebeto. Oh, that's a key interception. De Bruyne can so cleverly bypass the press. He's through here. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Threads one in. Cute ball now. And it's hit the upright. Rijkaard. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. So Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Must ruffle a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Lyon really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
He's played it back. Now, can they get him away? Messi looking to run onto it. Rijkaard.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Messi under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Just about up to 75 minutes. He's a sharp little ball here. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And that's put paid to a promising move. De Bruyne. And again they run up against stubborn defending.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Timber kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Beckenbauer clears it away. No, that's been intercepted. And here's Kroos, shoots! That's a decent clearance. He's chosen to go back. Looking for options for movement. Bebeto, he is through here. Shot goal! He scores! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Fechando o campo para a entrada de camisa 18, Neymar. Camisa 20.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
That is some save from Khan! Oh, smart save, he had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Cleared without hesitation. Lyon have the chance to go the other way.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Not the most convincing of passes. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was...